Hey guys, it's me again. My lovely wife pointed out that it has been 1 month since my surgery. So I apparently skipped a week on these update videos. My apologies for that. Anyone who was um, on uh, pins and needles just waiting for that, I apologize. But I don't think that's anybody. Geddon436 has been commenting, and I'll answer some of his questions and just give you a general rundown of things. First and foremost, there's the scar, and I'm trying to get you a better view of that, but it is definitely healing better than it was 2 weeks ago, which is probably the last time you saw it. So, all in all, I don't know if you could ask for better for what they did. So, I do still feel the scar when I'm swallowing. I think that's just something I'm gonna have to get used to over time. Hopefully, it gets better, but it feels like somebody's got like a choker necklace on. Very, very light, very gentle. It's not overpowering by any means, but it is something that I wasn't expecting. I don't really have many scars like this. I don't have any other scars from surgery, so I didn't realize that it was gonna be so, I don't know, noticeable to me, not visually, but the sensations of it. So that's surprising, but my neck, I can turn pretty well, almost 90 degrees to side, no pain. My neck is sore today, and I think that has to do with the fact that I've been sleeping a little differently. For the last 3 weeks, or for the first 3 weeks after surgery, I was sleeping almost exclusively on my back, looking up at the ceiling, and it was the most protective way, I guess, I thought, for my neck. Here this week, everything's been feeling great. I didn't think there was any problems. I've been kind of laying on my side. I may have ended up on my chest at some point, which ends up turning your head on the pillow. And ultimately, I don't think that's a good idea because I haven't felt this sensation in the back of my neck like I have right now. It just feels like a sore muscle, but I don't really like that I'm feeling that right now. I'm still trying to be protective of the disc and let it fuse to the bone. I have my next follow-up visit with Dr. Steck, I believe in about 2 weeks, October 1st, I think is when my next appointment is. So other than that, no pain, a little bit of soreness in the back of my neck. The robotic movements have started to diminish greatly, I think. Feeling more natural. I turn my neck more. I still probably go slightly past 45 degrees, and if I got to go further than that, I'll kind of turn my body at the same time. But it's not like I'm rotating at the hip exclusively anymore, which I think I was at one point. It looked very robotic, so that's improving. So I think that's about it. I don't really have anything else to touch on. So I'll answer some questions that Gedden posted. I responded in the comments, but I'll also just say them here. I think it's a little easier to explain in more detail. So, Gedden, first off, pain meds. So the doctor prescribed me 5 milligram Percocet. As I understand it, Percocet is just the brand name or common name for oxycodone plus acetaminophen, which is oxycodone and basically Tylenol. It's 5 milligrams of oxycodone and 325 milligrams of acetaminophen, Tylenol. So that's what I got. I was popping those probably every 4 hours, I think it was, in the beginning. And it was more to help me sleep than anything, just so I could relax, rest, and really not move as little as possible, basically. And for the first probably 2 or 3 days, I slept like a house cat. It was nice. My wife was amazing. She took care of everything, and I got to just rest. About 1,500 different people told me take it easy after the surgery. You only get to recover once. So that's what I did. I think it went well. I made sure I had plenty of pillows behind me for sleeping. I slept kind of upright, probably, pretty straight up and down. I think I've covered that already. But anyways, that's where the pain meds came in. I would say after the first week, I was really weaning off of them. And now, I don't take anything. I went from the Percocet basically every 4 hours throughout the day to taking them only at night to sleep once I'm, about a week after, I guess. And then eventually it got down to just 2 Aleve in the morning, and now I don't take anything. So hope that answers your question there. The other thing that came up is insurance. Paid some of the bills. The total amount came out to just over $105,000 is what was billed. Now, a huge chunk of that shows up on your explanation of benefits as just being discounted price. I think I mentioned that before. It was a $59,000 charge that was discounted $56,000, and the insurance picked up the rest, or most of the rest. So anyways, the unexpected thing that happened was the way it was explained to me by some unknowledgeable United Healthcare representatives on the phone and in a chat, was that you pay your deductible, and then whatever's left after your deductible to get to your max out of pocket was paid, and basically your max out of pocket was legitimately the number you pay the max out of pocket. But that's not the case. The way it works, at least on my plan, and the key here is a term that they use called cross-applied. Whether or not your deductible is cross-applied to your max out of pocket dictates whether you pay your max out of pocket or your max out of pocket plus your deductible. So I paid my deductible of $550. Then from then on, it was a co-insurance where my responsibility was 20% of whatever bill came in until I met my max out of pocket on top of my deductible. So I paid $550, then 20% of all the bills that came in until I hit another $1,000. So the grand total came out to $1,550, $1,550 instead of just $1,000. So I guess you'd call that a 50% increase. But it still, for the surgery that I got, I can't ask for better price than that, really, unless somebody wants to do it for free. But $1,550 to basically get a new neck, well worth it. So thank you to my employer for having great insurance, and it looks like that's all going to go that way. Now there are some outstanding charges from, I believe it was the neuro. What did they call that? What was the term for that? They were watching my nerves, neuro monitoring during the surgery. That bill was like $38,000, and apparently they're not technically in network. I should point out, if it's United Healthcare and you are at a facility that's in network, the pretty much anything that's in that, well, I should say the anesthesia, that was one that was not in network necessarily, but it's going to be covered as though it's in network because that in-network facility only offered that anesthesiologist for me. So you can kind of argue that point. So anyways, that's the only thing that's really outstanding, I think, is the neuromonitoring and the anesthesia. But I think the anesthesia is good, and the neuromonitoring is the only one that's left to clear up. But I don't think I'm going to have to pay anything for it. So I think it's just a matter of some code not being right or something when it was submitted. So that is where I'm at right now. I'm trying to think of anything else I need to touch on. I can't think of anything. So that's it for now. I guess post any comments, questions, concerns you might have. But everything's going well, and I couldn't recommend another surgery more because this is the only one I've really ever had. So let me know if you got any questions. I'll try to answer. Thank you.